Lessons learned from a Coldplay show. Not that Coldplay show, but a Coldplay show. Good morning, everybody. Today, Ruby and myself are talking about Coldplay. Not that show. We weren't at that show. We were at a show before that in Toronto. And so today I'm going to talk about a masterclass in managing expectations and managing a crowd. Engagement, let's call it that. An audience. We're not going to talk about the other Coldplay show. There's enough of that going on. But today, let's talk about how we witnessed a very smart band do very smart things with a very large audience. And the goal really today is to talk about how much managing expectations matters in this conversation. So if anybody has spent any time understanding what's happening in Toronto with Rogers Stadium, lovely facility, by the way. Once you're in, not terrible to get into, very terrible to get out of. Anyway, that's something that they need to address. That's a different conversation for a different day. But Coldplay, they know how to engage an audience. And so Chris Martin and the boys did a great job during the show, including the kiss cam. But hey, another conversation for another day. But the remainder of the show was amazing, and setting expectations is extremely important. So Chris Martin, if anybody hasn't seen what's going on with Rogers Stadium, again, terrible to get out of, very far from the downtown core of Toronto. Chris Martin apologized to the crowd for the arena he had nothing to do with building. And good for him, because engaging an audience is really important. And so he learned a lesson very early on, I'm sure, in his career, that if your fans aren't having a good time, ain't nobody having a good time, including the band. And they're going to hear about it. So engagement is important. Being there for your audience is important. Knowing what they're going through, having empathy for what they're experiencing is important. And so we're finding out in a different show the exact opposite of all of that. But for our show, which was amazing, weather was awesome, crowd was good, stadium, as I said, not terrible, really far from downtown Toronto, but not terrible. Managing expectations for the crowd, a lot of work to do there. And Chris Martin recognized that and addressed it multiple times during multiple shows while he was in Toronto. Anyway, back to engagement. So engaging an audience is extremely important because it's helping them connect to you. And if you understand and have some empathy for what they're experiencing, it makes it way easier for them to connect with you. And so I was a Coldplay fan going in, not a super fan, but a ton of respect now for somebody who gets it, who's not experiencing what the crowd is experiencing, but knows what it is and knows what it means to be empathetic to an audience and to their fans. So, food for thought today. Are you an engaging brand? Are you an engaging company for your audience? Do you have empathy for what they're going through? Do you understand what they're going through? Do you have any consideration for what they're going through? Chris Martin didn't have to. He didn't have to address any of it, but he did. And it was a really smart move on his part. So for today, think about that as part of where you're at, what your go-to-market is. Ruby says, empathy matters. It's structure. It's helpful. It's stickiness for you and your company. And far too many companies don't think about that, including some CEOs. Different Coldplay show. Anyway, enough for today. Walking and talking with Ruby.